Hey, how's it going, crew? My name is Geronimo, and yes, I know, I'm a little bit late to this party. I was Zenless, but now I have 3000 Zen, which means that I'm gonna be buying that Captain Sisko's middle name ship class. Without any further ado, let's proceed to the video. If you still do not have a clue what I'm rambling about, I'm gonna be buying a tier 6 Lafeyette-class Recon Destroyer, which can be obtained for 3000 Zen by opening up a Zen store, going to ships, tier 6, navigating towards Lafeyette-class Recon Destroyer, and simply clicking onto it. Now let's take a closer look at ship's customization. The Lafeyette class is based on a New Orleans class, a ship we saw on a ship graveyard in a system Wolf 359 during the first Borg incursion into a TNG episode, Best of Both Worlds. New Orleans is also present in the game, and it's a beautiful new addition to the game. Lafeyette is of course a tier 6 refit of a New Orleans, and as a New Orleans look is based on a Galaxy class, Lafeyette is based on Andromeda's, a tier 6 refit. It's only natural. The ships unfortunately don't come with a dedicated bridge interior, but lucky for us there are a bunch of customizable points such as window types. We're gonna be taking a look at both ships. We also have a plenty of material types to choose from. Unfortunately, there is still no fleet version of this ship. There was at the beginning, but they quickly removed it. I don't know when will it get back, but the fleet skin would be a cool addition as well. Taking a look at the advanced options, there are standard patterns, and then there is style, in which you can customize in between two templates, New Orleans and Lafeyette, which is really cool. That way you can get yourself your own unique version of this ship, and you can also put it for a 3D print. By customizing the right side of the color, those parts of the ship that are now red are going to be affected by the change. And by modifying the left side color, the parts of the ship that are now in red are going to be affected by the change. Of course, we're going to take a look at the New Orleans now. The same rule applies. By modifying the right side color, those parts of the ship that are now red are going to be affected by the change. As you can see, it's really minimalistic in here. And by modifying the right side color, the parts of the ship that are now red are affected by the change. The Recon Destroyer has been designed providing a distinct combat focus to a ship that is otherwise dedicated to a scientific study and intelligence gathering. The Lafeyette class is classified as a tier 6 destroyer and provides a middle ground between a toughness of a cruiser and maneuverability and the firepower of an escort. Ship's Admiralty stats are 19 engineering, 52 tactical, 37 science with 18 hours of maintenance time. Ship's special abilities plus 10 to science per a tactical ship. Hull HP on level 50 is 31,050, and on level 60 it will go up to 36,000 hull HP. There are 4 forward and 3 aft weapon slots with the ability to load dual cannons. There is also an experimental weapon slot. Your bridge officer stations are Commander Tactical, Ensign Tactical, Lieutenant Engineering, Lieutenant Commander Science, and Lieutenant Commander Intelligence Cross Science. You will have use of 4 Tactical, 2 Engineering, 4 Science consoles, and 3 device slots. Ship's turn rate is 14 degrees per second with the inertia rating of 60. Lafeyette has a few modifiers, 0.18 for the impulse and 1.2 for the shields. You have a power shortage on your ship? Well, don't worry, Lafeyette will also grant you a power boost, plus 10 to weapons and to the auxiliary. As this is a tier 6 ship, you will gain access to a full 5-tier mastery skill tree for a destroyer, with precise weapon systems, enhanced weapon banks, devastating weaponry, enhanced weapon systems, and a ship's trait, jubilant cannons. While this trait is active, defeating enemies or healing allies will grant you 1 stack of Jubilant Cannons at maximum of once every 4 seconds, which lasts until you leave combat or are defeated. After reaching 5 stacks, you and your teammates will receive a large boost to speed and turn rate, while also having all bridge officer ability recharge times reduced. Ship's console is called hyper-focusing trinary arrays. They were originally conceived as a hyper-accurate long-range scanning device capable of dissecting quantum data from distances previously unheard of. However, once prototyping began, it quickly became evident that the trinary emitter beams used to scan and receive such data caused irreparable damage to matter caught in a crossfire. Idea for a scanner was abandoned, but easily weaponized emitters found a new home in this Starship design project. Visual effects for those are perhaps a little bit too large, but remember the ion stream projector when it first got in game. So perhaps in a few patches the beams will get shrunken down to, let's call them, normal size. Use of trinary array console will passively give you plus 47.5 to shield hardness and shield penetration, and when activated, struck enemies will get radiation damage and all damage resistance decrease. However, you will suffer speed and turn rate debuff as weapon needs to precisely target an enemy, so use it with caution. On a side note, if your enemy moves behind you as you are firing on it, beams will follow it, so they're in some odd way semi-omnidirectional. Is that even a thing, semi-omnidirectional? I'll have to check that out. I have recorded a lot of amazing combat footage with this starship, however due to the length of this video I can't use it all in here. Perhaps I'll post some of them on my Facebook page, link is in the description. Regarding combat performance, Lafeyette is great at it. It has great maneuvering, and with the right build it can be turned into what it is, a destroyer. But be careful, to my knowledge, making destroyers come with a cost, and those ships we call glass cannons. I believe that is really self-explanatory. I would rate this vessel 4 out of 5 stars. I really like this vessel. It's a classic ship from the TNG era, redesigned with a brand new Tier 6 look, looks amazing, performs great, nice customization, it's just good. Would I recommend you this vessel? Well, if you are more into beams, then definitely yes. If you're more for cannons, then I would actually suggest that you check out a Tier 6 Defiant class titled Valiant. Hopefully you'll find this review helpful. If you did, remember to leave a like as it helps this channel a lot. Thank you guys, I love you all, subscribe for more STO content. You are the best. Geronimo, out.